compression we got in each cylinder.
We've got just as good a chance as anybody else. Hopefully we can make something happen today.
Married with Dragsters on Competition Plus TV, presented by Armor Coat Ceramic Header Coating. Beat the heat with Armor Coat. Moroso, it's your passion for racing that drives us. By Moser Engineering, the leader in high-performance rear-end components. And by RacingRVS, the place to shop, swap, and sell your racing RV.
US 131 Motorsports Park. We only get to come up here once a year. Used to be twice. When we would have like a regular IHRA national event and then a divisional. Well, now we don't even get to run with the Nitro Jam. We're just here. But it's our final IHRA race of 2014. The weather is really nice and comfortable this morning. It's only supposed to get like a high in the low 80s today. We still have some pretty decent humidity because it is fairly early in the morning. Okay, it's 10. They've just called up hot rod and stock. Quick rod is third class out. Car's been warmed up. Should have a number to put in it, or at least get a baseline. We're still getting more runs in this car now that we've straightened out the air bottle situation. So, but I feel pretty confident. We'll see what happens.
It's acting like I ran out of fuel.
They filled it. modified, he sits on the engine code bubble with 226 points. Jeff Green, the reigning champion, is the only one with a mathematical chance of catching a round.
Well, that was a nice pass, and looks like we got a blown head gasket. So we're supposed to go to Bowling Green next weekend. So I guess I'm going to tear this side of the motor apart and see if we can get it fixed. But obviously I'm done for the weekend.
Forget what you know about traditional plumbing. Jiff-tite Quick Connect fluid fittings connect and disconnect in seconds, saving you time and frustration. Engineered to perform, Jiff-tite is plumbing simplified.
So it appears that number 3 cylinder was puffing in the burnout and puffed all the way down the track white. So we're going to do a compression check on it and see if we can see what's going on with it. Looks like it could be a possible head gasket, but we're going to check compression for sure, and that'll tell us. That'll tell us what compression we got in each cylinder. Can we take an average reading of all the different cylinders, especially on this side? That'll tell us where our dead hole is. We think we know, but it could have several. So running that slow. Go ahead and go to the back, pull the power on. You hit that button, hold on to it until you see it goes 3 times. Okay. You can count, right? 1, 2, 3. Off of it. Let's do it again. One more time. Good. Okay, so we're at, let's see, 75, 80, 85, 90. We're at 90 pounds. Okay, yep. Another 125. Well, so far we have one cylinder over here, it would be number 1. It's down to 90 pounds, which is, that's not the issue. All the rest of the cylinders were pretty good. Where's the paperwork on it? As you can see, there's where we're at. Other side was looking pretty good. So, could be an intake gasket, which would let water down into the cylinder. So, well, we're going to double check the valve cover over here and see what we got. Keep on going. Well, we got the intake off, and everything actually looks pretty good intake wise. I mean, there's no blown gaskets, nothing's torn. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was an intake. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make sure both valves are closed on this cylinder here, and I'm just going to do a leak down to see if we hear it coming out of the exhaust or coming out of inside the crankcase here, because we're definitely losing it somewhere and we're picking up moisture, so chances are at this point it's going to be a head gasket. So, and I don't know if Stan wants me to pull both of them off just to put 2 new head gaskets on or what, because all the valve train here has to come off to get to the head bolts. It actually has 2 head bolts inside the lifter galley like the top fuel and the alcohol cars do. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to come apart so we can see what the deal is, and hopefully it didn't hurt a head or anything stupid like that. But it was definitely wasn't a good deal. Let's put it that way.
Married with Dragsters, brought to you by Armor Coat Ceramic Header Coating, Moroso, Moser Engineering, and by RacingRVS on Competition Plus TV.
Hi, I'm Jeg Coughlin Jr., driver of the Jegs.com Mopar Dodge Dart. You know, when I'm driving my pro stock car at a race like here in Norwalk, Ohio, you know, there's a lot of things that I prepare my day for. You know, I'll have a nice kind of balanced breakfast, kind of just get a nice bit of nutrients in my stomach for the day. I do a lot of kind of yoga or some light stretching just to kind of free up the body a little bit. I know it kind of sounds corny, but it really feels good and eases the mind quite a bit. And we're very patternistic, you know, and I try and, I don't try to, I actually go through very similar motions, run after run after run, week after week after week. If a camera was following me, it'd be almost like a Groundhog Day, a broken record. But you know, after that, after doing a little stretching, I'll take a nice walk. Before I lace up, I'll put my fire suit on. And then once I get back to the pro stock pit, you know, I'm usually just kind of chilling out. You know, a little bit more light stretching, talking with the crew chief and the crew just for last minute tidbits that'll help me perform to my optimal ability. And once I get in the car, you know, I have a couple sips of a Coke. That always settles me down nicely. And then the focus and the discipline gets flipped, and it's game on. You know, there's nothing better than Sundays. You know the old saying, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. It's never been more true. It's game day for us in the drag racing world.
RacingRVS is the place to shop, swap, and purchase your new RV.
on the tree and get down to 1,000 foot, and I'm like, man, I should at least hear him, see him, something. And he's nowhere to be found. And I'm thinking, holy crap, I must be, all of a sudden this thing must be running after I took 11 out, more out. And I ended up giving the stripe back. I have not run the numbers yet. I haven't put any of the split times in. I did not get out of it until well past 1,000 foot, so those numbers are all good. My mile an hour was up just a hair at the 8, as it was in the left lane the run before. First we had, felt like an NHRA race today. We had 6 hours between first and second pass, and that was like, what, 4 hours between that and eliminations, but whatever, gave a stripe back. It all comes back to when you can't trust the car, you're not exactly sure how to drive the top end, period. Okay, well, there was some rain, I guess, that came in about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning last night, so they didn't have a chance to finish up not only the bracket race, which I guess they gave those guys like rain checks and stuff like that, and they got down to a couple of finals, I think, but mainly semifinals for race number 1 of the Pro-Am. It is now, I don't know, like 1 o'clock. I've kind of lost track of what time it is. I got the track dry. They're finishing up the rounds from yesterday. Just went and drove it around. And it's building heat okay. It's definitely, the air is thick. So, but it sounds like the track's pretty good because people are out there running either the number or even a little bit quick. We get one time run today, and then this is it for the IHRA stuff this year. So we hope to make something happen.
Yeah, we got a problem. We're supposed to be in Beach Bend this coming weekend. So, what we're going to do is come back. Our new crew guy, Jake's going to be there and help me get the motor out and get it down to Stan and Scott at Ohio Crankshaft. And we'll see if we can get them to do whatever we need to do so we can get on to the next race. It's unfortunate, but this is the first problem we've really had with this combination. And I am pretty happy about that.
I'm running this weekend with the Fishers at Martin, Michigan. Student at UNOH. Fishers brought me on as a new crew guy. Really enjoying it this weekend. It's been a great experience. We had a little bit of troubles with Kevin's car this weekend, but Kathy's car's still in the race. We're going to give it a shot and see if we can put it in victory lane this weekend.
All right, well, while we have a little family reunion going on over here with like the chickas, you know, I didn't know if the track would be the same track that we had yesterday because they did straight at the starting line, they did all kinds of stuff. So technically it either was going to be the same or hopefully better. I could have left the same exact numbers that I had in the box on my first round yesterday, and according to everything, it would have run dead on, possibly with a 0. But it was either going to run a little slow or dead on, whatever. The light was good. I left everything alone, 11 light, and feeling really good about going into first round. You know, we only get the one pass, so pass down the left lane, but I really don't care which lane. I've had decent lights. Yes, the red lights, but you know, when you figure in the time that you have and the delay, I haven't been that far apart on my reaction time and staging the car really good. So I'm feeling good. We've got just as good a chance as anybody else. Hopefully we can make something happen today. even know where that time came from. I was real confident going up there, not only on where I had my light set, but also the very little bit of time that I took out of the throttle stop. I'm right back up, I get lane choice, I'm like, this is great. And like I said, I felt really confident. And we're kind of like this going down the track. I get down toward the top end and we're super close together. Then all of a sudden, right when I go to I ripped and I barely got on the brake. I didn't get on the brake hard enough, and even if I would have got on the brake even harder, I still would have broke out. And he just shoved me. I still waited for my wind light to come on because I was just so sure I was set up on dead on a 90. No, 86.7. I got a 005 light to his 17. And the way IHRA works the stuff, there's an odd number of cars going into the next round. Best reaction time of the round before gets the opportunity for the bye, and I probably would have had a really good shot at it. But not now. Don't ask me where that came from.
We're not going to run it, but he broke.
Promotional considerations for Married with Dragsters provided in part by these fine companies: RacingRVS, American Race Cars, Abruzzi Racing Transmissions and Converters, Crew Chief Pro Software, Borla Exhaust, Ohio Crankshaft, and by Replay XD. Coming up next on Married with Dragsters.
There's a lot of other changes to the text messaging areas, log view, opponent, that's the other thing. What opponent?